to me, how's it happen? You guys know what it is. This is Kevin from the Chord Progression Podcast. The podcast also magazine describes as the one that initiates profound discussions with rock metal artists, line fans cover the creative workflow of the famed musicians and understand the factors that make the band succeed or fall from fame. We are also sponsored by Dark Fusion Systems, the best for your custom computing needs. Get $100 off your entire code CVPod at darkfusionsystems.com. Link to the podcast below. We are also the number 19th ranked metal music podcast in the world according to millionpodcast.com. So let's keep going to number one, baby. We're going to get there by this. Now to our feature presentation. This is a fun one, guys. We have the gentlemen from Fight From Within on the podcast today. Their brand new album, Talking Sheep's coming out on October 3rd, and these guys know what it means to put in the time and effort to connect with the fans. We talk about how they got their basically like kind of cult status in terms of when it comes to, you know, connecting with the fans, being a part of the Daniel Presents festivals, why they go out and do the things they do in terms of hanging out with the fans, going and partying at the festivals, and being the band that you guys want to hang out with. Plus, we get a little bit into Talk Is Cheap as well, and just have a great conversation overall. You guys ready? Yeah. Let's go! Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, listeners of the Chord Progression Podcast. We, of course, love going heavy on this podcast, whether it is topics conversation, but most importantly, when it comes to the absolute insane music that we get to bring you. We brought you a lot of great stuff already this year, and we're going to continue it today with a band mixing metalcore, hardcore, beatdown music all into one, and they're somewhat, kinda, sorta in your face all the time with it. The brand new album Talk Is Cheap comes out on October 3rd. Talk Is Cheap might be the name of the album, but Talk Is Cheap is not what we're doing here. We're having a great conversation. So please welcome John, Mikey, and Patty from Fight From Within to the podcast. So gentlemen, welcome to the Chord Progression Podcast.
What's going on, guys? Hey.
Yo.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you guys for being on. What the hell is all going on in your world is we are literally right up to the release of the brand new album. I mean, it's really about to come out. I mean, by the time this episode releases, like literally in the week. So how you guys feeling right now?
It's our first album ever. So like we've only dropped singles, you know. We haven't dropped an EP. It's only been singles.
We were supposed to drop an EP, but we didn't.
We're just went with it. It's like the singles work. Obviously, everyone wants an album, and we've been working on it. But we also want to keep everything we do kind of consistent. We constantly want to have stuff coming out, so it takes planning. You know,
doing singles makes that easier to be consistent.
Well, of course, it makes it easier to do. It's when you have that, like, okay, we can drop a song here, then we can drop another song in like 6 to 8 weeks. We can wait another 3 months to drop one. But then you're constantly giving something like a continuous loop. It's like that continuous drip of just feed me more, give me more.
Yeah,
and I want to hear more, so why not?
Yeah, and that's what it is, though, too. Like for other bands that are doing it, it's you don't ever want to be stagnant, right? So like we have a song that we dropped, and then we're dropping a split release with another band right before our album drop, and you know, maybe we got some stuff lined up for right after, right? Like you have to keep putting stuff out there all the time to stay relevant, because people are dropping music every month, every 2 months, you know, and you gotta keep up with everybody.
You have to, and of course, especially from like the heavy music side, there's a lot of fans that still love the album. Of course, you know, fans constantly pressuring, when's the album coming out? When's there going to be an album? People still love that album. But when it comes to people and bands releasing music, there are bands that just take a long time to release music, and people are just waiting more and more for it. But just with the way that the world is right now, you start to lose interest in some of those artists just because you're waiting so long. And then kind of what happens if you wait so long and the album comes out or the singles start coming out and it just doesn't necessarily click. Like you don't have enough time to just be like, I kind of want to invest more in this band as an artist, even though if I've already have invested so much because I waited so long, there's so much more new music coming out. And this is what the end product is, you're probably going to move to another sound just because that gap created a lot of room for other artists to come into your life and come into your sound.
I definitely can relate to that a lot. I mean, there's like bands that I've been listening to for a really long time, and you've been waiting and waiting for 2+ years for some like new album or material, and it's completely different from what they used to sound like, or there's like a little bit of new artistic flair on it that they wanted to do, and you're just not into it anymore, you know, like you just kind of lose interest.
Yeah. If you're constantly progressing, people like feel it out. So they're with you the whole ride, you know?
Yes. Don't ever lose momentum. That's the biggest thing.
especially in today's day and age, just due to the fact of how streaming is and just how short attention spans some people
I was gonna
have.
say I call it the Coco Melon effect, right? The older people get, like the kids that watch Coco Melon are fucked. You know what I'm saying? Because like they have lost all, like I've read so many things it's like terrible. It's just like, because they can't process information. It's just new thing, bam, 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 new,
stimulation.
new. Right, and
So
that's
much
what we
That's
all
that
are.
TikTok brain too, dude. It's just
Exactly.
reels,
Even kids, like
shorts,
it's bleeding into
reels.
us.
Yep.
You know?
Everything is just like pretty much designed for that.
And
these
we're
days.
already like that. You, everybody else, we're like chipmunks, right? So imagine what our kids are going to be.
Oh, it's going to be like
10, 15 years from
ADHD
now.
heaven. Yeah.
It's gonna be everything. It's gonna be, hey, we're talking about this. Ooh, a squirrel. Wow, look, a tree.
Yeah.
You want to see this on my phone? It's like,
Literally
no, can we
1
stick
second
to one
attention
topic?
spans, yeah.
It's just going to be like Idiocracy, ouch my balls, or some dude getting
ouch
kicked in the
my
nuts.
balls,
like,
dude.
like it's
That
going to
was-
be a video and then some guy getting kicked in the balls, and then a music thing is someone getting kicked in the balls. Just
Yep.
keeps flipping.
I love that movie so much.
Ouch my balls.
The scary thing is that movie came out 2005, 2006. So it came
while
out
ago,
20
yeah,
years
Yeah,
ago.
we're there.
And
Right,
we're like halfway there already, and that movie was set to take place 500 years into the future. I mean, before you know, we're gonna have President Camacho. We're gonna have Secretary Not Sure.
I just want butt
entire...
fuckers, dude. That's all.
Butt fuckers. Yeah.
Yeah, Fuddruckers and the Rud
fuckers.
Fuckers, and then butt fuckers.
We're pretty much already there with the president because President Camacho was like a pro wrestler and Donald Trump was on WWF. So or WWE.
That is fair.
Yeah.
That is fair, but unfortunately, you know, we didn't get to see. I think it was Umaga get the win, and then have President Trump get his, you know, hair shaved off by Vince McMahon. We had
I
the other
was
way
waiting
around.
for that so hard.
I
was
need
waiting
that
for
giant monster truck fight in the middle of a stadium. You know what
Yes.
I mean? What was the guy's name? That
Beef
was lighting
Supreme.
people? Beef Supreme.
He's supreme.
Oh
so
my
good.
god, it's so funny too that people don't know. It's like I'm wearing them right now. That like Crocs got so popular because of that movie.
Yeah, they were looking for
Yeah.
a shoe that was so like stupid, but so universally just like this could make sense.
And cost
it was
effective.
Crocs. And cost
Yeah,
and it was Crocs.
yeah.
And Crocs then started becoming a real big thing. What was it? Maybe 5-6 years after the movie came out.
Yeah,
Yeah, everybody has Crocs now.
I'm wearing Crocs right now.
Am I the only person that doesn't own a pair of Crocs?
Yes.
I don't have
I
Crocs.
also
I've
don't
never
own-
owned a pair of Crocs ever.
Whatever, man.
No,
They're there. I put them there. One day
They
you're
don't.
gonna open your
I've
closet.
worn
and
them
see
before. I've worn other people's Crocs and I hate them. I don't like them.
I don't like them either. They're very uncomfortable and they're uglier than
Me and
sin,
Christian
so-
rock each other's Crocs. If you know what I'm saying.
You rock Christian's Crocs is what you.
Yeah, there's a difference.
I've been known to rock some Crocs.
Yeah, dude. Christian wakes up every day on tour and he's like, "Where the fuck are my Crocs?" Like he's just walking around outside with them.
Mike's like, I can't find them, and then just puts them on, and he crashes.
It's the same thing with everybody, bro. Like I'll be sitting there and I'll look down and David will be wearing my flip flops. I'm like, dude, because
I don't do it. I don't wear other
It is
people's
a
shoes
thing.
usually.
It's definitely a thing. People just take things. Mike is notorious for Crocs and towels. He's taken my
Towels.
towel
And
3
slides.
times in
And
the same
slides.
tour. I'm
Yes.
like, dude, what the fuck, dude?
Well, I
Like,
need
we're-
like a towel specifically for my ass when I
And
dry
vapes.
off.
Everyone's
So
vapes. Mikey has
yeah,
everyone's vapes.
I
all
have
the time.
everyone's vapes.
Like it's just a collection of.
I'm
everyone's
walking
vapes.
around with like 6 vapes. in
Yeah,
my hands,
17 vapes at all times. Nobody
Showing
gets that.
Patty how they work.
Yeah. Oh.
I don't know if I should feel great or jealous, or I should feel like bad for every band that would go on tour with you, because it's just like, what the fuck is Fight From Within doing now? It's first off, we see
I'd say the
we
latter.
see
It's
we
definitely
see
the latter.
Crocs
The
out of nowhere.
bands.
We see just vapes, just, you know, like Edward vape hands. We see Mike walking around with the Bucky's towel that says "I Heart Beaver" on it, just because why not? That's the best
Yeah.
beach towel ever. So if you guys next time you guys are on the road, go to Bucky's, get the towel that says "I Heart Beaver" and just wear it up on stage. Just go all Red Hot Chili Peppers with it.
I mean,
I
yeah,
have
Mikey's
the-
got a Bucky's.
Yeah, I have the
onesie.
Bucky's uniform, the onesie I wear all the time. I love Bucky's, man. Yo,
You
shout
know,
out to the Texas steak burrito.
Bucky's
It's the
is
best
really
thing.
great, but it's always a clusterfuck in there. Always. There's
It
so
is.
many people.
I
all
think
over
that's
town.
what I'm gonna do, though. I think that's a good idea. I'm gonna get the I Heart Beaver towel, and that's all I'm gonna wear on stage.
Yo, put it around your neck like Adam D from Killswitch. Just run around, play guitar like it's cape.
I mean, I
Yes.
could just wear a towel too.
That's fine. Oh, that's yeah. I didn't even think about that. Just
Yeah,
be
just wear a
naked. That's
towel.
like flea, but you got to take it off at the end.
with a
I
sock.
don't think
on
you can
your
do that
thing.
anymore. Like, you used to be on stage and like have your wiener flap around. I'm not sure you can do that now.
No, they had socks on their wieners when they did that.
Dude, I don't know
It's-
if you
Wear a
saw the
banana
Woodstock set with fucking with Red Hot Chili Peppers. There was no sock. There was only
There was
wiener.
all sock, dude.
There's no sock.
not
So
that
soft,
Woodstock 99 set. It
Nope,
was all
nope, there's
Flea.
all wiener? Really?
There's just wiener. Yeah.
Well,
Flea was flashing dong the entire time.
Oh yeah.
Flea
Bass and wiener.
flea dong.
Slapping
like-
the bass
it's
and
like
slapping
David.
to wiener.
Yeah.
Yeah,
David's our bassist. He's all about that.
he's all about not wearing shoes.
That's a fact.
That's what he likes to flash.
That's been a
his
thing
feet.
now though. Like it's now it's all over everything. So-
Yeah, I saw you do the hardcore Keem thing. Yeah, I was like, of course he has to liken himself to hardcore Keem to make himself feel better.
Yep.
Of course, I'm maybe more curious to see what happens. You guys actually, I see you guys play live for the first time, just because I want to see how ridiculous this is in terms of if we're gonna see the Bucky's towel, if I'm gonna see no shoes, if I'm gonna see someone just dong flapping in the wind. But lucky
dong
enough, that
flapping,
literally
that's
gets to
for
happen in less than 2 weeks from us recording this, because you guys are playing louder than life, and yeah.
Yes.
I know a lot of people that I'm friends with. They're like, we got to see Fight From Within. I was listening to the album. I sent it to my buddy. He's like, I am putting them on the list. I'm like, yep, this is going to be a fun time. Let's check the
Hell yeah.
schedule. Hey,
Oh, yeah,
no
man.
conflicts. We're going. Yeah.
Let's go, bro.
Awesome.
It's
That's awesome.
we're
Hell yeah.
I mean, I feel like we're a raw energy band, right? Like we feed off the crowd feeds off us and we feed off the crowd. Very in tune. We also have like a very I can say kind of like a cult fan base, right? We're very in tune with our fan base and they all have their own personalities, to be honest, and everyone kind of has their own like position to be fair. We have people that are always pushing for us, people that are meeting up with people that are trying to galvanize people to our shows, everything else. And we have a really, really big Danny Wimmer base. And we kind of made sure we did that, right? We were like, okay, we got to take advantage of this because,
Yes.
the fans of Danny Wimmer, like those festivals, they go to all of them.
Yeah, they're at every festival.
Yeah. So if we can win the crowd, like, they're going to want to put us on like other ones. So that's just like, I feel like we kind of just did what we had to do. Plus we're all fans. Like I'm a huge festival fan, so I would be there regardless.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm a big Fest fan. This will be my 4th straight year at Louder. I did 2 years at the Ill-Fated Blue Ridge Rock Fest. I call it the Ill-Fated Blue Ridge Rock Fest because both years were ridiculously unstable times.
Did you know about us there?
About that.
I didn't know about you guys there for that one, no.
So we were that band. So like we were with I Set My Friends on Fire and Heartsick and Scars Remain. We were the bands that like crashed the campgrounds when it got canceled. And there was like 4,000 people in the middle of the campgrounds under a tent, like with no sound. You just screeching guitars and beating the crap out of each other. It was one of the best things that ever happened to us.
Simultaneously, Papa Roach was doing an acoustic set, I believe. It's Shinedown, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that one guy that had that song about rich people in West Virginia or some shit that you never heard from.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that's right. What was his
Yeah.
name, like Tim Richmond or something like that?
I don't know.
Dude, I just watched a YouTube video about Blue Ridge.
what is
Or
it
Tim
called?
Montana?
I don't know. It's poor something of I don't know.
Yeah, so I just watched a video about the Blue Ridge that year, that whole debacle, and fucking the dude he mentioned the Shinedown Papa Roach thing, but nothing about us. And I was like, hell yeah.
Insider information, when we were doing all that nonsense, they had to do that. Like they had to send them out there because it would have been a PR nightmare if they didn't.
Oh yeah, no, they did that as Blue Ridge.
And that's
like,
why
put
you
together,
didn't see any coverage of all these other bands, which we were going crazy, but you didn't see any coverage of it.
Turnout, yeah.
Yeah, it was huge, but you didn't see nobody it was all overshadowed by,
the Damage
Jacoby
Control.
Shaddix and everybody else, which is
Jacoby
fine,
Shaddix,
dude.
Brent Smith, and Shinedown.
I fucking love all those guys too, and the guys from Shinedown.
Oh yeah, it's great that they did that. Yeah.
It's awesome they did it. But like
we were on the other side of the fucking campgrounds, bringing all the fucking intensity.
Yeah,
because they were having a nice, still like pretty acoustic.
Yeah,
set.
they were like being. Everyone over there was crying and sad, and everybody over there was violent, and
heating the shit out of each other.
Dude, someone came up to our set at Blue Ridge and was like, "Listen, man, we don't know what the fuck was going on. It wasn't even moshing. People were just fist fighting. It was so fucking
And they had
drunk
those
and
big, like,
pissed
those
off.
inflatable balls that people get into.
Yeah.
And they were fucking crowd surfing on them. I was like, this is just fucking insane. I look at Mikey. He
Me
looks
and
like he
him
just
are
got stung by
standing on
18. Yeah, we're standing on
We
coolers.
couldn't see anything, right?
Yeah, because we had no
ground
fucking
level.
stage or anything. Like, yeah, so we weren't lifted up at all. So, like, we
Me
were
and
just
Patty
literally
went and-
standing on coolers, me and Mikey, as the rest of the band's behind us, and the whole crowd can't even see them.
Yeah, we're about to start, dude, and I'm not even thinking about that. I just get out there and everyone's head level with us, and I was like, Patty, we can't do this. We
Yes,
go
we grabbed
walk around,
coolers.
and we grab this cooler that's like 4 feet long and like 3 feet tall.
I thought we had. Did we have two? I thought we had two.
No, it was just one. It
was
was
just
one
the one we were
big ass
balancing on it
cooler.
like a
And
teeter
remember,
totter?
we
Yeah, that's
signed
right.
it. We signed it. The dude still has it, Ron or whatever.
Yeah.
But dude, me and Patty sat on that cooler, stood there for the whole set, basically.
Yep. Like, if we wanted anyone to see us, that's what we had to do. It was just
Okay.
our heads just popping up over the crowd, and that's it.
It was awesome, man. It was one of the coolest things ever, honestly. And then we almost broke up directly after.
Yeah, it was really just a very tumultuous weekend.
Yeah, it was a lot of stress, dude.
There's so much shit that happened that weekend.
Yeah, with the
Insane.
storms and the stuff ruined,
Oh, the storms,
and then our
everything.
fucking bus broke
The bus
down
broke
on the
down,
way
yeah.
home,
So
and we
fucked.
were separated because half of us were going to this big cancellation party, and half went back home, and then the half that went home, the bus broke down. So
Yeah,
like it was just a clusterfuck. But we're here. It was a good time.
You're here, you made it through, and I completely had, forgot about that happened. Well, the outside of the Jacoby Shaddix, Papa Roach,
Yeah.
Shinedown, whatever the guy's name was, acoustic set, because I was in an Airbnb and I ended up just I was so pissed off. I was not having a good time. I left on that Sunday just to drive back from Danville, Virginia, all the way back to Milwaukee because I didn't want to stay there any longer. It was
nobody
12 and a half
everyone was
hours.
pissed, yeah.
And by the time I got home, I went by my parents' house because my dad was sitting in the driveway with a bonfire watching Sunday Night Football. I'm like, get me food and get me a fucking beer. Like, I need this shit right now.
Yeah, after that, man, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
It
but
was
it's
such a
but
fiasco.
but when it comes to what you guys are doing with the Danny Rivers Presents festivals, being able to play these, get on them consistently, and if it's something becoming a cult following, it's kind of similar to what Silly Goose had done, especially coming out of the pandemic, with
Super
just showing
similar.
up, playing these things, and then Danny Wimmer basically seeing them as a cult followed band, and now they're playing not only every single festival.
I see them on everything now.
They're going out on tour. They're headlining their own shows in the U.S. They're going to Europe and at the end of the year. So there's kind of a precedent set for if you're able to kind of become that cult following band of Danny Wimmers Presents and then build up on that momentum, good things are going to happen. And if you guys are that band that are going to constantly bring that energy, good things are going to happen.
Absolutely.
I've heard friends always talk very highly of you when it comes to the shows that you guys play. Like a show you played recently in Milwaukee that a bunch of people went to that I was in northern Wisconsin for, so I couldn't go.
Yeah, it's all good.
So it's
well, I mean,
can't win them all, but I wanted to see it.
Yeah,
for sure.
So to be fair, man, they're young, man. They're killing it. We kind of look up to those kids, man. We're doing just like what they're doing, man. We have a cult fan base. We're hitting all these Danny Wimmer things. The things they're doing are awesome. I always reference those guys. We fucking love
Silly
those
Goose is
guys.
awesome. They're very cool.
They're incredible. They're great at marketing. They know what to do. Watching
Very
dude
fun
get
live.
watch him dude get arrested and then immediately turn it into merch. You have to have these
Yes,
ideas.
yeah.
And it's just
Smart.
so they're doing everything that they should do, and they're doing it where they don't have to pander a lot too. I know if you guys don't notice, Silly Goose, they have an Instagram that does very well. They don't really do a lot else, right? They have their core fan base, and they are able to do that by just going full DIY. Hey, we're playing in the middle of this fucking Bucky's or whatever the hell, wherever they want to play, they're gonna play.
Right.
There's nowhere you can say Silly Goose can't play if they don't make it on the festival. They'll fucking play it if they want to.
Yep.
Yeah, they followed, I think, what was it? They followed, Set It Off on tour for, a whole entire tour. And then the last show they played, they were like, nah, you guys aren't playing outside. You're just going to open the entire show. We're going to make sure everyone actually gets to see you guys. And it just keeps growing like that.
Man.
It's when you take that kind of energy and just put it into something, balls to the wall, full force, and not let anything else get in the way. You're going to get that cult following status. You're going to end up getting to that point where people constantly want to see you perform and want to get involved with it because of how much fun it is. even take a look at a band like Insane Clown Posse, where it's not for everybody. The music is something I'm not necessarily in tune to. But when I saw that first bottle of Faygo fly from the stage to the sound booth with Reckless Abandon, I'm like, I want to see this live again.
I've told people like for years, as I used to be a big fan of ICP, that like even if you don't like ICP, you will have fun at their shows because their shows are so.
They're a blast. Yeah. We played The Gathering this year. It was awesome.
Yeah,
how was that actually?
Dude,
I haven't actually asked that question.
Was so sick.
It's a different world, man. It's
it was fun though. They were really cool.
The whole thing was awesome. It's so community driven and people wanting to have a good time that it separates itself from other festivals because
it's not like a bigger festival.
It is like
it is a bigger festival, but it's not like the bigger festival.
Exactly. Like so, if they let a lot of people come play their festival, you know what I mean, and get in tune with their community and be a part of it, and really like. As much as it is about the music there, it's more about the community. So if the community doesn't know you and you're playing there, like they're not going to come show out. You got to get out there and you got to talk to them and you let people know you're there. Yeah. You know, which is very different. Like people at the other festivals, everybo's at a stage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the Gathering, some motherfuckers just want to party, bro. They're just out here trying to.
Well, most of them are just huffing nitrous somewhere. So there's so much nitrous.
It was wild.
God. Yeah, it was wild.
So it was like, if you ever been to a hippie festival,
it was just like a hippie festival.
That's what it's like. So it's like a hippie festival,
but with all horrorcore
rap
and
like metal.
Yep.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Guar.
Guar
played. Guar played. It was awesome.
It's a hippie festival with rap, metal, and Guar. And of course, like with Guar, you know exactly what you're getting into with Guar every step of the way. So them just showing up at the Gathering, the Juggalos, yeah, that's totally fine. But when it comes to you guys, what did you guys do in order to make sure that you became essentially part of that community? So when you guys were up on stage, the crowd came to you.
We threw toilet paper. That was the main one. That was the main thing.
Toilet paper, and David did the absolute most, and he went on that soaked floor.
Oh my God, with his bare feet.
No shoes.
Bare feet on the Faygo carpet, yeah.
He stayed committed to the no shoes at every show.
And it was like a soaking
It was soaked with Faygo. Whenever the toilet paper hit it was brown.
So
like, it was poop paper immediately.
Honestly, to get people there, like we do what we do everywhere else, man. We go out and hang out with everybody. Like, so...
We had cars.
It was a 4-day festival, right? Mm-hmm. Well, we didn't have nothing going on. We didn't have no other shows around there. So some of us went and hung out all 4 days, right? We chill, we hang out with people, we bring 4,000 business cards with like our QR codes and our time. And we go out and I won't say we all hung out. I wouldn't say everybody, anybody did the nitrous with everybody else, but who knows? They might have, who cares?
I didn't. I was sad.
I can't contest to that. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I didn't have the money for it, dude. It's expensive.
So I do booking and stuff too, and talk to bands, and like you have to go out and do that as much as our music.
I'm not doing nitrous.
No, not nitrous.
You have to go out and do nitrous with people.
Listen, no matter what you do, you gotta go
nitrous with people,
man.
And they will always accept you.
They'll always accept. No, man, you have to go out. You have to go out and fucking and have a personality with people, and like people like stuff that are relatable. And even with me, as busy as I can get or whatever. But I remember when I wasn't this busy, and I reached out to people that I looked up to. And that them responding meant the world. So like, why not go that
cool,
extra mile? Yeah, man,
cool,
talk to people,
hang out with people. Yeah,
I tell bands, bro, go. You got this huge opportunity, and you don't have anything else going on, right? You got this 3-day festival. Well, go there. Talk to the people that run it. Will probably just give you passes to hang out and do your thing. They want you there just as much as everybody else. Take advantage of it. A lot of people are like, oh, I'm just going to play my set and go home. It's the same mentality for like the local stuff, like locals leaving and stuff. You're not local. You're going to go to this big ass festival, play your shot and then leave. No, dude, what? Not going to support nobody. Not going to stick around, meet the people that put it together. It's crazy. It's crazy talk.
Oh, it is actually insane to think about, but I kind of always go back to like when especially festival, I always think about this because I've had a conversation with Lejean Witherspoon from Seven Dust, and because they always put Seven Dust in the middle of the day. I've told this story a couple times because it actually happened on this podcast. I always notice that they could put them on in the middle of the day, and no one else is really around. They're like a midday headliner. I'm like, well, why? You guys could play later. It's like you guys got the notoriety. Yeah, well, if we get to play earlier, we get to watch all our friends play later on throughout the day and support them.
I
I'm just
like playing earlier too. Yeah.
I'm like, that's the fucking move right there. And every time
I like being able to just chill and watch. Yeah,
those guys are some of the most dude. That's my favorite band ever. I got 7 Dust tattoo and everything. I've been following since I was a kid. The first time I ever seen them was like Woodstock '99. I'm older. I'm from New York, and they're like some of the realest human beings and nicest guys I've ever had the opportunity to speak with.
Yep, and always amazing live.
Yeah,
always.
And they're killing it. Always.
Yeah, but they're a great example of a band that not only is like putting in all the hard work and putting in all the utmost effort in order to make sure that their live show is great, that you know about them, that you know what's going on. But when it comes to connecting with the fans and connecting with other artists as well, they put in the time and effort completely. So that's why whenever you see them on a bill, you're going to go and see them live because you know that you're going to get a great show. Beyond that, though, you're going to get great music. And if you ever get a chance to run into them, you know you're going to have one of the absolute best conversations you're ever going to have in your entire life regarding anything, especially around music.
Yeah, that's how I want to be. I want people, when I walk away from Vinny and Lejean and Clint and all those guys, and I'm blown away, and I'm like, oh man, those guys are fucking awesome. That's what I want people to walk away when they walk away from talking to me, right? I want to be like, wow, yo, that was awesome being able to talk to that dude. You know what I mean? It's like, you have so many stories of someone you meet, was it be careful about meeting your idols, or what's the saying, right?
Yeah.
You got a lot of people that look up to people, and then when they meet them, they just fucking brush them off, or whatever. Which I get. People's social batteries also run out.
Yeah, meeting one of your idols, and they just end up kind of being a dick.
Yeah,
that's never fun.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's happened to each one of us.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, what happened at fucking?
I know.
Sonic
I know. That's why I said that. No,
I mean, he wasn't a dick.
Incarceration. Yeah.
He was not. No, that wasn't. That was it. Oh, that wasn't.
It wasn't.
Yep, you're right. Yep, we got mixed up. Yeah, no, he wasn't a dick though. He was not a dick. He was just funny. Because he just laughed at me, but that's cool. We don't even have to get into it.
Dare I ask who you're talking about?
Okay, yeah, we can. Yeah, Frankie from Immure. Frankie from Immure. Mikey walked up to him backstage at Ink because he wanted me to get up on stage with him for a song during their set. And he was like, yeah, man, have him come talk to me. So I showed up a little later to the festival grounds, and we're out backstage watching Snot. And Mikey's like, oh, Frankie's right over there. Let's go talk to him. I was like, all right. He's like, goes talk to him. He's like, yeah, go talk to him now. And I go up to him. He's like, what's up, man? And I'm like, what up? Shake his hand. He just doesn't say anything. And I'm like, so you're possibly going to be down for me to come up for a song? My other vocals is talking to you. And he's like, I want you to ask me. And I'm like, well, yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm asking. And he's like, no. He just and I'm like, oh, okay, man. He's like, no, man, it's not nothing personal. I just don't do that. I just don't really ever have people up. Very, very rarely do I ever do that. And I'm like, that's totally fine, man. I love your music. Like, I've been listening to it for decades. It's really great to meet you either way. I appreciate it.
And he's cool. He was really good. But there's like this other thing going. Like, so that's my favorite band, like in that genre, is the Acacia Strain with Vinny, right? So that's like one of my idols. I love that fucking guy. And he is like him with Frankie. And that anyone who's been in the scene knows that there's drama between the Acacia Strain and Immure from back in the day. So me and him always do like I got the Acacia Strain vibes. He's got the Immure vibes. But the difference was when we played Ink the year before I went up to Acacia Strain, and I went up to Vinny and I was like, yo, man, we'll come out there and do Beast with you. And he was like, yeah, the fuck you are.
Yeah.
And he had me come out there and we did Beast together, and he shouted us out. And then afterwards, man, he fucking looked at me and he told me, he's like, listen, man, that was so awesome doing this shit. Just remember when you're doing this, always give back. Always give back. And that's what I've been running since he's told me that, right?
Yeah, that's really good advice.
So when it happened and he was like, no, I was like, well, we know who won the feud.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. No, I just think Vinny is probably just generally more chill.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're both chill, man. I
think Frankie's chill. I just think that Frankie is a little bit more protective of his thing. I think. Yeah. That's just like Vinny's like, fuck it, dude. I've been doing this forever. Why not, right? Yeah. Or Frankie's like, nah, I just don't do that type of thing, which is fine. And I totally didn't even take offense to it. It was really fucking funny, honestly. It's a funny story to tell people.
It was a good story.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a fantastic story to be able to tell, and just what you told it here. I'm just thinking this actually fits what I would expect from Frankie, but at the same time, it's absolutely fucking hysterical.
Right, it's super funny, and then at the same time, I think about like how people over the years, I've always heard people try to say he's an asshole and shit. And I'm like, I'm not gonna take this story and use it to say he's an asshole because he
No,
wasn't an asshole.
I
He
don't
was
think
cool.
he is.
Yeah, he was
I've
cool.
met
He was really
Frankie
chill.
for years, dude. He's never exhibited someone that's like just an asshole.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe
That's why I was like, I'm not gonna do that dumb thing and take this and use that as like him being an asshole.
Yeah,
He
maybe
wasn't,
he's a little abrasive. So am I.
yeah, fucking
right?
who cares?
Yeah.
Like,
So
he like I said, he said it in a way that was not assholish. It was just funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it all depends upon what way you would honestly take it, and especially
Well, yeah.
from when it comes to anybody that has not, like, if you aren't part of that like actual interaction, you just hear it, and it's just you see it written down. It's like, oh my god, he sounds like an asshole.
Yeah, what a
but
dick,
it's like,
right?
no,
Like,
no.
exactly.
How did the person that it actually happened to? What did they think about it? How did they take it?
You're
They
just
think it
taking
was
this out of
funny.
context.
Perfect.
and
Who gives a
saying,
shit?
Yeah, right. Because people have preconceived notions about people, and then they want to like run with that. So,
Franz is another one, man. Franz always gets flack, bro. He's like one of the coolest people I've ever talked to in my life. He's chill. He wants to know what's going on. He's like, it's just not. It's not there. I expect you to say that if you've never talked to the guy, because that's what people do.
And if you want to not like him, you already have an idea of him, and then you just want to roll with that because that's what you think. And then someone says something, you take it out of context, and you use that as a reason he's an asshole. It's just like, that's not how it is, man.
No.
Come on.
Like I've heard all this stuff about Franz, and all of a sudden I get a chance that I see him live, but also I think this would have been like 2022, maybe 2023. I was at the Indy 500, and I saw him walking up and down pit road, just hanging out, and he was talking with everybody that was there. I'm like,
yeah, dude.
Dude, what the hell?
Just being down to earth.
His guitarist.
I don't believe this. This is awesome.
The other Chris, dude, he hung out and drank with us all day, bro. We were just big chilling, dude. So, like, awesome. A lot of these guys, most of these people are just humans like us, man. Honestly, the internet's just a cesspool. That's where it comes from.
I hate to be a lame and kill the fun, but I do have to get back because my break is up.
All right, well,
have
a good day at work, sir.
I appreciate you having me on, man.
Have a good rest of the day at work. We'll see you later. And
thank you, sir.
Well, at the time of recording, I'll have seen you by the time I put this out because louder than life. I'll see you there.
Awesome. I'll see you louder than life, man.
Yeah, sounds good, dude.
See ya.
I'm chilling. I'm just slaving for Jeff Bezos right now, unfortunately, but I'm making it work.
No, you're doing fine. Tell us about climate change.
So, I don't know, dude. You probably know all about that because he's a rich millionaire and I only get paid $21 an hour, so it's pretty fucking sweet.
That's dope. So, man, question for you. Who are you looking forward to seeing at Louder?
Ooh.
Besides us, we know you want to see a super.
Besides you guys, let me think. So the band that I have not seen yet that I'm most excited to see is Big Ass Truck because it's fucking Big Ass Truck.
They're so awesome. Good, dude. We played with them. They're so fucking good.
Otherwise, I always am excited to always see We Came as Romans every time I get a chance to see them.
I can tell.
The fact that Knocked Loose is playing a huge set, it's in Louisville. I gotta be there for that. And I'm trying to think if there's any other one that I'm like really sold on. I absolutely still want to see Woe Is Me. I love seeing Woe Is Me, and
more than anything. Deftones is just
I have yet to see Deftones. I am actually super excited for that.
And you guys are the same day as Deftones, though, if I'm correct on that, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that we can do that. Is that going to be later in the day?
Deftones is the headliner. Deftones isn't going on until like 10 o'clock at night.
Are we able to do that, Mike? Because we
wait, don't say anything.
I'm not gonna. I'm just saying we have a thing.
Well, this isn't going to be announced by then, anyways. I guess, right? So that doesn't matter.
Wait, when is it getting announced?
Yeah, as long as
this episode will come out the week of album release. So.
Oh, okay, all right. So like we have, without too much information or whatever, we're doing like a pop-up downtown, and like we're gonna stay for Deftones, of course, but like it's not gonna be that far. We got everything already planned out. Basically, when we get off stage, we're gonna be like, yo, by the way, because there is time slots problem. Like I Prevail's playing, Stab and Westward's playing, and we obviously aren't gonna announce anything because we're playing a festival. Like we don't want to do that to Louder either, So we're just gonna wait. Like, hey man, you missed our set, boom, we're gonna do it after the festival, super late at night at this fucking sick venue where everyone's gonna beat each other up, and it's gonna be dope.
Oh boy, I'm I'm going to have to talk people into actually going to see that because they might be like, yeah, we're too tired. We still got to do this shit tomorrow. Be like, this is what Bang Energy was created for, is this exact moment.
Dude, that's what it is, man. Like,
pound an energy drink, come hang out with the boys.
You only live once, bro, and we're going to fucking party. Like I said, we play Saturday. Some of us going to be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We're going to be partying with everybody, dude.
I really hope that I end up on one of those viral TikToks and I lose my job. Because, dude, we're sitting here talking about, I'm pulling up to these guys' Ring camera and it's like, yeah, we're going to fucking party with the boys. We're going to get fucked up. I'm just sitting here. I got 2 phones right now, just working. I'm walking up on it.
Those viral Ring videos you see on TikTok, it's amazing.
I swear, dude,
if it was just Fight From Within guitarist delivering Amazon talking about partying it louder and you just walk away.
Right. There's nothing more metal than getting fired, dude. That's all I'm saying.
No, there isn't. But when it comes to louder, if you guys are going to be there all 4 days, I will message you guys at some point in time because
I live here, man. If you want to do some stuff, I live in Louisville. So
really?
That's yeah.
I'll say because every single day that we go there, I'm tailgating every single day, and we don't like to take that lightly. I mean, if there's beer flowing every step of the way, we usually got a bunch of fireball shots because we're all degenerates.
Have you been in the campgrounds?
I've never been in the campgrounds.
You got to. Dude, I'll get you in the campgrounds. You want to have some fun? We'll have some fucking fun, bro.
All right, I'm fucking in for that shit.
I got you, dude. That's what I'm saying. We do the festival things, and even before I was we were playing them. I've been going to Danny Wimmer they used to work with someone else before they split off. And they used to have festival like Rock on the Range is now Sonic Temple. It used to be Carolina Rebellion before it turned to Epicenter. Before that storm came through, and it's not even a thing anymore. I was at that, and I was at Sonic Temple's first one. I know all these campers, man. The big Kyle's a Dick Fest, Show Me Your Butthole camps, all these huge campgrounds that do this. They're all my homies. James Kramer, Alicia, all of them. Yeah, dude.
I do remember the Show Me Your Butthole camp because I did camp at Rockville in 2022 and almost passed out from the heat multiple
Rockville's
times.
My favorite layout for camp. And it's so sick because you can leave and go to the store because it's right through that tunnel.
Yeah. I did enjoy the fact of being able to actually camp inside the infield of the Daytona 500 and also drive on the track for a little bit to get to the campsite. And I'm just like, this is the coolest shit.
Yeah, I tell everybody, man, I recommend it. If you're just playing or you're going to one of these festivals, go camp, dude. Go in the campgrounds and stay there. So Ink, bro, Ink, we've played there. We played for Ink 3 times, right? Every year. We bring the whole crew inside the campgrounds. Not only are we playing the festival, we're in the campgrounds, camped out, partying with everybody all weekend.
Oh, I had a blast. I think one of my favorite camping experiences at one of the festivals was at Ink last year. There was probably, I don't know, probably somewhere around maybe 50 to 100 people that were just super excited to see us that weren't even not regular fans, but you know what I mean? Like someone would call a regular, someone, people we see all the time. And there were other people and they were like, yo, let's take shots. Let's do this. Let's do this.
The first day, bro. Yeah.
The first day we were so wasted. Dude, it was bro, bad. So it was good, a great and bad experience at the same time. Cause it was, it was intense.
Yeah, we hang out with a fan to this day, a bunch of fans to this day that met us that year when we hung out. It was the second year. We hung out the first year too, but it was mostly just me and another member, but a lot of us got involved last year. And last year was really cool because the night before our show, they had us headline this huge camp show, which popped off, right?
That was sick.
Yeah, but when we got there, dude, everyone wanted to chill with us, and our homies Jason and a bunch of people we hang out with now, there's still pictures of us. Eventually, we just started getting handed beers, and then the point I stopped remembering things was when we got to all them with the Japanese whiskey. Remember?
Yeah, I do remember that. And then the table there. I do remember there was a table we all signed.
There's pictures of us floating around with this Buddha whiskey bottle where we're drinking. And then after that, I just remember late at night, Dan Whitehouse being passed out with his ass in the air on the grass, all cocked sideways. Everything's all mess, bro. It was a mess. It was amazing.
My God. Yeah. Now, I mean, by the time this airs, there's going to be stories from Modern Life already, but I'm just excited to see exactly what the hell is going to happen, not only with you guys, but what the kind of shit you guys are going to get me and my friends into. Because,
oh, yeah, dude, like Friday
we're
night.
a notorious party band, apparently. Everybody is like, yo, these guys party hard, dude. So that's like, that's our thing, I guess.
I mean, smoke a lot of bud, honestly. Like, I do drink sometimes, but I would say Tim isn't here right now. Tim will toss back with everybody and will just be a complete nutcase. He's the man when it comes to drink with. I love drinking with Tim.
I think the only time we ever got really wasted
and Christian
on tour, Mike, with me, like
Scandals?
I remember we went out to that bar afterwards
in Virginia Beach, right?
Yeah, there are some stories that we're not going to tell about that. But I remember that night there was a lot of comments made.
It was a good time.
It was a good time, but when Mike drinks, he's a good time. He's a good time.
Yeah.
He's a weed guy.
When you get down here, like Thursday night or Friday night, man, like when we're down here chilling and shit, it's like we can just, after the show, we can just meet up and just go into the camp. I'll get some homies to give us some bracelets. We'll go into campgrounds, just chill. At least show you the place around. And like in Louder, it's cool. They have like this little, between all the RVs and the car camping, they have this little community area where there's like a food truck and there's tables and karaoke all night long. And then there's like merchandise and there's a like general store there, and everyone's just drinking, partying on this concrete parking lot, doing karaoke. Dude, it's a blast. Louder Life's so much fun, the campgrounds.
So the only thing I've got worried at that point in time is, shit, what happens if all my friends leave and I'm stuck there? I'm like, wait a minute, I actually know someone that's in the campground that went through the whole Blue Ridge fiasco with me. If I'm like, hey, can I fucking stay in your RV tonight? I'm probably going to be like, yeah, come on, man. We haven't seen you in a while. Let's drink.
Dude. Yeah, I mean, you're going to be great. You'll be good there anyways, man. You know how many people go to that festival, end up in the campgrounds with people they never met and just pass out in a chair? Bro, everywhere, dude. And wake up the next morning like, where the fuck am I? And it's like, I don't know, but the doors open at 11, man. So let's go.
All I know is it's going to be a good time. But one thing I got to make sure that I actually talk about is the fact that there is new music coming out, a full album coming out on October 3rd, even though there are a good deal of songs that have been released as singles, of course, like we talked about at the top of the episode. One thing I specifically want to say about the album, when going through all the singles and everything, one thing that stood out to me was just how prominent and diverse the instrumentals were with that whole entire metalcore, hardcore ideal behind them. Everything sounded so dynamic, and so many times in music today, of course, I hear good, instrumentals in the back, but a lot of times it's like the vocals are the ones that are in front, and it's like that's got to be the most prominent thing. This time it's the instrumentals always created this intrinsic, just fun time, great grooves that just get you into every single song. Everything makes you move in a certain way that you're just absolutely enjoying this music no matter what. I sent it to my buddy literally the day before we shot this, and he went from who is this band to we are now seeing them at Louder. I don't give a shit. We are going. And yeah, that's how good it was. The instrumentals on this album, the music you guys are making is so dynamically well done, especially in that metalcore, hardcore beatdown kind of space. I'm surprised that you guys are only that like cult band at this point.
We're not on any book. Like every opportunity we've had has been gotten by the band. We are not on any booking agency. We would love to be, right? It's just, the industry is the industry. I'm sure we'll get there eventually, but we're able to make traction ourselves. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, like the music. Really, honestly, shout out with the mix. Shout out to Pablo Viveros. He's the former drummer of Chelsea Grin. He's our producer, and I've had people say that before, that like, hey, vocals like dominate all the instruments. We do that on purpose, that it's leveled correctly. Like, so I'm not screaming over leads and every, you know what I mean? You got to have a fair mix, I feel like.
Oh, if you don't have that fair mix, that's when a lot of things get lost in the shuffle. I've heard that happen too many times where, all right, we're going to try and pull this piece out in the vocally and then this instrumental and make that massive contrast, or make two different styles of vocals between uncleans and cleans contrast so well. But then the instrumentals are so far in the back, they kind of muddy everything up. They don't amplify the best parts of the song. Here, not only are they amplifying the best parts of the song, but most of the times, in my opinion, they are the best parts of the song, and they're being shown up front. And as a music listener, you're just getting into it in a great way by being able to get lost in that direction.
That break, my favorite, but like honestly, two of the heaviest things in that entire album, none of them involve lyrics at all. One of the songs we already released called Claps, that last breakdown, in my opinion, is just so hard, dude. And there's no vocals, no nothing, right? And then we have another song that's not released yet, where we put some samples in at the end, and it just goes so hard, and there's no vocals. You know what I mean? So yeah, I agree.
I will not speak on what those samples are because I know what those samples are. And I thought that was the funniest fucking shit to put in there, but it fits so well, both of them.
Thank you. Yeah, man. It was fun. It was fun. We were doing that before. And then at the end, there's like another sample. It just says the dude, right? That's actually our homie that was recording with us, Jake. And we just had him do it because we do that word from Street Fighter. We won't even say what it is, but we make that sound all the time, right? So we're like, just throw it in there.
So you threw some stuff in there, and it's just like these riffs. They just have a certain groove to them. It's like it's kind of like at some point in time, some of these riffs sound like they had like soul completely behind them. Like I'm like, this could be like some soul music that just gets thrown into hardcore. How the fuck does this happen? But it's so much fun to listen to. But again, when the album comes out, that one song, dare I say what the name of the song is? But those call outs.
You can say all the names. So if you go to the Spotify, all the names are on there. Like if you went to our Spotify, you can click on the album and see it. But
alrighty then, well, get ready because the samples for the breakdown on Show Me Your Worst are freaking incredible, and you are going to lose your mind, especially the second one. The second one's just going to be like, it's going to be a moment where you're just going to put your hands there and be like, yeah, we did it!
I'll give like a, what can I say? What is it? Like, I'll give like a hint or whatever. It's actually a, what is it called? A Mandela effect. Mm-hmm. So the last thing that's being said, you actually think Billy Mays has said forever, and he's never said it. So you cannot find one video with him saying that.
You can't, but I know exactly where you got that from, where the sample came from, and who said it. Like when I heard it, I knew, at first I thought, wait a minute, that's not Billy Madison. And then I thought, oh, I know exactly who this is.
Dude. That's one of my favorite movies too. I wish they would have just kept with the same guys for the first two, but they didn't.
They didn't, but I think they're trying to do another one, but they're bringing back that whole group. Well, basically the main group that you need for that, and oh man, that's gonna be great. Maybe we'll get another great moment in that one, or a great line where all of a sudden there's gonna be another song from Fight From Within that's gonna have that as the call out. Just you never know.
Have you listened to our older stuff? We've done samples, and have you listened to 1v1?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Yeah. So like I love the sample stuff. You've got a lot of older bands we get related to, kind of like we're putting a new spin on the older heavy 2009, 2010, like, aggressive. We're like, I guess we classify ourselves as tough guy metalcore. Like most of our music is just like, fuck you, right? No matter what. The crazy part about it is we didn't start off that way. If you were to go back and listen to our music, we used to have more cleans. There used to be more melody, more feeling of emotion and stuff. And honestly, after being in the music scene and dealing with human beings, we turned into this. Like this whole album and stuff we've put out is it's been poured out of us by experience, like 100%. The industry is hard to deal with. And the people are relentless, man, and jealous, and they don't want to work for nothing. And people, you listen to a lot of the music we make, it's not just spouting off. That's not the way we started. People turned us into this.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely am huge on the samples too. I've been some of the newer stuff that I've been writing. I've been putting a lot of sound samples in there.
And, we're excited.
I'm not going to say anything about it, but some of the newer stuff after this album that's going to come out, we're going to have some sound samples. If you're a big fan of television or wrestling or any of those things, you're going to love it.
Samples are fun, man.
They're fun. They're fun. People fuck with them heavy. I fuck with them heavy. I don't know. It's like a staple.
And we love adding them in our set, like right before breakdown, just random stupid stuff, right? Like I was just talking to somebody the other day. They're like, yo, you have to make that a call out, like right before a breakdown. And it was one of the videos we just put out. And it's so funny. And I was like, this is going to be this. But you know, the video I just put out about, can your vagina be too wet 100%? And here's how. And then just breakdown.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm saying what's going to come next? Is it going to be all of a sudden just getting to a great breakdown, just a cut down? You just hear, I'm Ricky Bobby. If you don't chew Big Red, then fuck you.
Bro, 100%, man. 100%.
That's a good one.
That's a
dude.
good one. Yeah, dude.
Shit
Oh,
that
dude, have you watched Body Snatcher? Have you seen him in the crowd call outs yet? If you watch the videos? Oh, dude, it's so funny. He's like, give me a mosh call out. And the fan gives it to him, and then later in the show, he says it.
I still think to this day,
says,
one
"What's
of
a
my
mosh
favorite, one of my favorite, not necessarily call out band, but like uses sound samples and says funny shit live is Johnny Frank from Bill Murray, dude.
Oh, yeah.
His live presence is phenomenal. Like he just says like some of the most out of pocket things when he's playing, and it's fucking great. It's perfect.
Dude, their set at Ink this year, man, it was awesome, man. Those guys, Bill Murray is next level, dude. My girl is over here. She's just shaking her head. She loves Bill Murray. But yeah, they're sick. They're so sick.
Was the
and
one...
he's another guy that's super humble.
I've never had the chance to interview him or talk to him, but that's all I've ever heard about him. Is just this is a person that you want to see succeed. This is a person you want to work with. Just given not only the musical quality that he puts out, but also just how he treats everybody else.
Yeah, he's such a nice fucking guy. He was sitting there, and we're looking at him, and my girl's obsessed with him, right? And he's like, he's standing there. He looks at us. He's like, I don't know what to do right now. He's like standing behind. He's like, I'm not even sure what to do right now. What do you say? Oh yeah, he looks at us. He's like, yeah, I'm just standing here awkwardly right now. I don't know. Dude, that's so funny, dude. He's good. He's good shit. He just seemed happy to be there. It's happy to see artists happy with what they're doing, right?
Yeah, it's happy. It's good to see them happy with what they're doing, because that's when you get like a lot of the passion to come out. That's when you get a lot of the genuine energy to come out. That, of course, there's other artists that are out there that treat it as a job. Of course, when it comes to the music industry, when it comes to making money off of this, there is that aspect that comes in there. But when you're able to kind of take that step back and think, I get to make music and play music for people as my job, as the way to make my living. I get to connect with people like this. Why don't I take this in some sort of a positive spin and actually enjoy everything that's going on of what I am doing in that moment? You guys are doing that by going out and hanging out with all these other people at festivals, just having a great time and being seen out there. I've heard of other bands that are just, it's like back in the day, they'd go out and do these crazy ideas, do these weird things. Silly Goose is a great example of bands that are just getting out there and just having fun and connecting with the fans in some sort of fun way and not treating it like it is 100% business 100% of the time. You're having fun with the business aspect of it, and that's what's making you connect with the fans.
I tell fans
humble beginnings, man. You know what I mean? Like we were all fans, at one point, we're all fans. I mean, I'm working right now. I'm doing an interview while I'm working right now. You know what I mean? Like I won't have to do this forever. We're right there. We're almost right there. But that doesn't take away the fact that we wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for the fans. It wasn't for any of that.
100%.
So like, you got to spend the time with those people, and you got to do, well, you don't have to, but it's you, I want to, I genuinely want to. And I'm always going to want to, one of a band that I still like, I'm not huge into them like I was when I was younger, but a really good example of that, of people treating it like a business or not treating it like a business, is Chevelle. I mean, like I worked with them. I do stagehand stuff here in New York, and I watched them, before the show. I mean, they've been at it for over fucking 20 years, and they went outside. They went outside and met up with a couple of their fans that have been standing there waiting for like 2 hours during their whole sound check outside. And they walked out right as soon as their sound check was off. And they went out and started talking to them. And I was like, dude, that is so commendable. You've been at this shit for over 20 years. And you still are like, dude, I fucking love you guys. And go out and like hang out with them and talk to them. I can only aspire to be that for somebody else. And that drives me to be the best musician that I can be, so I can push a positive message onto people and like, have a positive attitude and be a positive influence for people and still be there for the fans. Like that's one of the biggest reasons why I want to be, not famous, but like just have some form of notoriety so I can.
No,
like,
we
get
want to be
back.
famous. Don't play it.
But you know what I mean? Like I don't want what comes with it. I just want to. I want it for the right reasons.
It's like I tell fans, man. They come up to us all the time and they thank us for hanging out and all this other shit. Bro, I'm just playing. That's it. That's the only difference between us right now is I'm just playing the festival.
Right. That's how I feel about it.
That's
I'm
it,
there
dude.
just for the same reasons they are. You know, I want to
that's
watch
it,
my
man.
friends.
If I wasn't playing, I'd be there. We'd be here hanging out with you guys. You know, we don't get special treatment, like, you know what I mean? So we would have gotten tickets and been hanging out with everybody else. You know what I mean? It's not. It's, you know, we get special treatment when we're the band working. Yeah, of course. That's cool because you're there playing, right? But like, dude, you know, we're out with everybody else. We're, you know, if we weren't booked on a festival, we would probably still be there. If not all of us, some of us in some capacity. Me, if we weren't on
100%.
Louder, I'd be there because I live here, right? You know, I go out of my way to go to shows and support and network. Your job's never done when you're an artist, right? Music's a 24/7 business. There's not 1 minute on earth where someone's not listening to music in some capacity.
Oh, you're absolutely right. And I'm trying to think about how much I listen to music on a daily basis. I don't even want to know how many hours I listen to throughout the day because it's okay. I wake up in the morning and work out. Yep, I'm listening to music throughout the whole entire time. Then I go to work. What am I doing while I'm working? And, you know, trying to make sure that everything is good in the recycling world. Yep, I'm listening to music the entire time. Today, I probably ran through, just to kind of get through the day, just with aggression, ran through Knock Loose's album last year, ran through Fox Lake's album this year, ran through Mugshot's album this year, ran through Throne's album last year, Alpha Wolf's album last year, listened to your guys' album like 3 times through to make sure I was still ready and good to go. This is all I'm listening to. And then after this, what it's going to be, yep, I'm going to work on this episode, put it all together, listen to music during that, and then watch some football, go to bed, and then start all over again. Do the same thing the next day. But unfortunately, it's not with you guys. It's with a different band.
That's all right.
Had to have some fun with that one. But, of course, once the album comes out on October 3rd, there's still 3 months of the year left and then a whole 2026 to go. So what you guys got planned for us coming up?
I mean, so we got the album dropping. We plan on having music shortly after. We're already writing new material, and we already have material written that's not on the album, that's produced, that we're just making final touches on. We go on tour, man. We go on tour October 3rd. We have a show, an album release show in Syracuse, New York, and then we're hitting the road with Resistor and Smile on the Center, and they're sick. So Resistor is so sick, and Smile on the Center is so sick too. We toured a little bit with Resistor already. We got Left on Red that's going to be on a leg. We got Thin the Herd VA that's going to be on a leg, and then our boys in Actus Reis who played before, they're on a leg too. And we're just not quite making it out west yet. We're getting there, guys. I promise. I get people all the time. Oh, dudes, come to Seattle, Sacramento, bro. That is a far. We're all from New York, bro.
Hey,
I mean, I live in Louisville now.
We're finally hitting Denver, though.
Yeah, we're finally getting into Denver and shit.
We're hitting some Midwest spots that we didn't hit before. And there is, we can't talk about it, but there is a plan of a tour in the future, even after this tour. I mean, it never stops. The cycle never, it never stops. And
never,
but there is going to be a bigger, badder, whatever tour. I'm super excited to go out with Resistor. Those guys are fucking sweet. If you haven't listened to them, they are the bee's knees, dude. They are they got all the like bells and whistles. They got they got the live DJ sample stuff and everything. Like, it's sick, dude. Those guys are sick. But we got some other tours coming after that. New music, and we can only go from there. I mean, we got some more stuff going from there.
When it comes to the West Coast tour, though, it might just have to wait till later next year for when Fight From Within gets to play Aftershock 2026. And then, hey, they're already out there, so the West Coast just makes sense.
Yeah, dude.
I hope we can do Aftershock. That would be pretty sick, dude. My last name's Shock, dude. Aftershock.
Yeah,
dude.
Sounds kind of good. I'm just saying, if we hit Rockville and Aftershock, we technically hit the circuit, right? That'll be all of them. So it kind of just makes sense, guys.
Kind of just makes sense. And then 2027, Fight From Within on the boat for Shiprocked. Called it a day.
Dude, I want to play Shiprock so bad. And like a homie of ours that's super close to us, she goes on that every year, and she's like, "You have to play this." Like you have to play those.
They got to do an official interview with just me, and they got to call it Ship Shocked. And I'm gonna be there. I'm just gonna be there, just being like, "What's up, dudes?"
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
Yeah, dude.
I can't do that.
John Shock.
I'll get canceled for that one.
You can't get canceled if you don't care. Remember that.
That's true. As long as you don't do it.
But yeah, dude, West Coast should be fun. We actually have some homies out that way that we're already talking to, and you know, a bigger artist that reached out to us and wanted to do some stuff eventually. That's from out that way, so we will be there in some capacity. I mean, shout out to homies and Reminiscence and Decayer. They're from out that way, and they have sick pages, sick followings, super good guys. Super sick social media presence. So like we kind of gravitate towards that, right? Like so in our social media is the playground, in my opinion, right? Like you have to get out there, and that's the way you're gonna grow. You got to get in people's ears, you got to get in people's faces, because like we were saying earlier, everyone has that attention span that doesn't exist, right? So you got to find something that grabs a hold of them.
Yeah, it literally comes full circle. That's what we started with. That's kind of what we're ending with. But
yeah,
I got one last question for you guys before I wrap this up. It's something I've been asking bands for the last 2 years. First time I asked this question was when I did an interview from the Airbnb at the ill-fated Blue Ridge Rock Fest 2023, and I'm going to continue on with this. So this is not a question for us to get to know more new music, but also for you to get support the music you love as well. I ask for 3 total because otherwise we could be here all day. But between the two of you guys, can you name me 3 bands or artists that you love that you'd love to see more people get into right now?
Do you want 3 from each of us?
3 between the two of you, so 3 total. Because otherwise we could be here all day and then just start naming bands we love, and it's like, okay, now we're starting to lose the point here.
Do you want like underground-ish, or like do you want like bands?
Yeah, let's give some homies recognition that
that's
are
usually
out
what
there
I go
trying
for.
to do the thing, right? The ones that are actually trying to do the thing, that need to push.
That's what I usually go for, because I want to hear the bands like that you should be listening to.
Yeah,
maybe you're not.
Well, Resistor, man, that's the first one. I'll say Resistor.
I'll say Resistor as well.
So that counts as one for both. That
counts as one.
Yeah.
Okay, so my second one, when we were on tour last time.
Oh my God, Nashville?
Ghosts in Motion.
Yeah, dude, that's Detroit.
Mike put me onto them, and he's like, dude, if you don't listen to these guys, you're beyond a square. So I was like, whatever, dude.
Yep.
I was like, whatever, Mike, you say that about all the bands.
They're
and
so
then
sick.
but like, you know, I'm picky though, you know, so I'm picky, but dude, Ghosts in Motion, they remind me of like Issues, but heavier.
Yeah,
like way
they're
heavier.
Sick.
I don't even know how to describe them. Listen to Ghosts in Motion, listen to Resistor.
The 2 lead singers are brothers too, and big jack dudes. Like they go to them and shit, and they're sick, man. I'd say probably the last band. I'll say it because I said Nashville. There's a band called Dissonation, and dude, they brought like they're this killer crazy deathcore vibe with saxophones, and like it was insane. They opened up for us. Remember that shit, John, with fucking with Hunt, man, that band from Nashville, dude. It was so sick, and the 808, bro. I was sitting there watching them like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah,
and they played
loud.
Good. Yeah, dude, it was.
They were super good. Yeah, Dissonation is definitely. Man. I'm gonna let you have that one,
and I'm gonna shoot out my homies in Traverse the Abyss because I love you. That's it.
Oh yeah, they're good too. Yeah, I would say I would say 3 that I've been listening to, though, that I definitely
we already went through 3. You're doing it.
Yeah, so Resistor, Ghost of Motion, and what was the other one? Who the hell was it? Knife Back. I think.
Oh no, dude, Dream
that
Alasia.
Dude's got like the I Declare War vocals, dude. Like he's got the fucking vote. He reminds me so much of like. They remind me their band is like old I Declare War. It's like, okay, so boom, sick. Breakdown, super crazy lows, and then it's just like, oh wait, there's another breakdown right after, and you're like, oh my god.
But wait, there's more.
If I wasn't on tour, I would have murdered somebody to their set because I have to keep my hands good for the guitar and stuff. And if Jeff Bezos. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you gotta look out for
Give
Jeff,
me a fucking
man.
raise. If you see this, Jeff, fuck you. Give me a fucking raise or fire me, pussy. Anyway,
Fired.
If
anyone's gonna watch this, it's
those
Jeff
guys
Bezos.
are sick. Knife back is sick.
He'll give you a 1 cent raise.
Honestly, just like you said, man, I could fucking go here for fucking hours. Who deserves the recognition? I mean, dude, I'm a booking agent. Every band under my roster, there's one. Go to my shit. Yeah, like you said, bro, we could go forever.
I know. I'm glad I get to ask that question and answer it, because if I had to answer, I'd be like, okay, let me pull up like every band I've had on the podcast and just start shouting out like 100 of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could go for days, man.
I could too, but of course we got to end it at some point. Unfortunately, that point is now. But guys, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to be on the Chord Progression Podcast. It's been an absolute pleasure. To close up out, we're going to say 3 things. First things first, this is Fight From Within, the brand new album, Talk Is Cheap, coming out on October 3rd, and there's plenty of touring to come after that as well for you to check them out. So be sure to go follow along with them and check out the album. So go to Script from the Podcast where it says Find Fight From Within online, links labels for everything, where you can find them on social media, YouTube, where you can stream the album, where you can buy some merch, where you can go see them play live. Everything is going to be down there. I'm doing all the research. If you're going to be like, oh, I don't want to click on something, come on. I did all the work for you. You just got to click. I'm making the easiest possible thing that you can do. So go and do it. Now it's time for number 2. Whenever I have guests on the podcast and enjoy the podcast, I tend to make a certain promise as a way to say thank you. I appreciate you for taking the time, and I wish to continue supporting in the future, and this is how I do it. When I get to see you perform live, but this time I know it's going to be after this episode airs, because it's going to be at Louder Than Life in 2025, which is literally a week and a half away from the point we're recording this. I will message you guys because I will see you play live, but I got to make good on this. You guys are going to be walking around the campground, walking around the parking lots. I got to tell you, show up here. We got beer. It's usually first rounds on me, but whatever we got, feel free. Come and hang out. We'll have a blast and do some stupid shit.
Absolutely. That's our thing, man. We're doing it.
Oh, yeah, dude. I'm stoked, man.
I can't wait till you guys meet Tim. Tim's going to be totally down. And Christian. You meet Tim and Christian, they're going to be a life of the party.
Oh, God. And I got to think of a way to what was I gonna do? I gotta get one of those flag poles you can put just stand up on your car and just roll over the car so it just stays stable, and put the most ridiculous flag that I have up on top. So it's which flag you guys looking at? Look for the Minnesota Wild American flag. No one's gonna have that, but it's gonna be super easy to spot.
Yeah, 100%.
Easy as possible. Well, guys, now it's time for number 3. I cannot end this by saying goodbye. That is way too final. I made you a promise I gotta keep. Plus, I know there's going to be more new music coming out. I'd love to have you back on again in the future. So this is not goodbye. This is, I'll see you later.
Yeah, 100%.
Hey, man, thanks for having us on, dude. It's been a pleasure, man. I'll see you later, and I'll see you at the festival, man. Thanks a lot.
Well, folks, I've interviewed with the guys from Fight From Within, and now it's time for Kevin's final thought. I enjoyed this one thoroughly, guys. Not only the music, but I really want to focus in on why Fight From Within might essentially become that next Silly Goose in terms of how they got big and how they got well known. So we all know what Silly Goose did. They went out and just were playing shows in the most random spots. They were doing it all DIY. They were taking all the opportunities that came their way, and they were having fun with it. But the thing is they made such a heavy connection with the fans of rock and metal that really liked them, but also fans that just wanted to check them out. They put in the work to connect with the fans, and that's what Fight From Within is doing. They're putting in the work to not only connect with the fans around Damon Presents festivals by going out and hanging out with people in the parking lot and the campgrounds, but just being present and being there every time their fans are basically asking them to. They are going to hang out with them after the show. They're going to hang out with them before the show. They're going to give them the time of day. They're going to create those moments that you always wanted from one of your favorite artists. The story about what happened with Chevelle, I mean, that just makes total sense as to how they want to connect with those people. What they did for the whole Blue Ridge thing, yeah, that shows exactly what type of band this is. This is a band that is doing what they would have loved to have their favorite bands in the world when they were younger do. They're going to do it here, and it's going to make them be that band that you're going to want to check out every time because they give you the time of day. It's awesome. And I want to thank the guys for coming to the podcast. And when it comes to Fight From Within, go straight to the podcast below. Links, labels for everything where you can find them on social media, where you can check out their music, where you can stream the new album, Talk Is Cheap, and of course, see them play live and get some merch. Go support the boys. If you like this episode, you're going to want to support them. Also, go to the description podcast below. We are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram for the Chord Progression Podcast. Please follow along with us there. Hit the subscribe button on YouTube if it's right down here. If you're on Spotify and podcast, hit that like or subscribe button, or follow button, I should say. Hit the like button on these episodes as well. Help push in the algorithm, get more people to know about the Chord Progression Podcast and fight from within. And that's going to be for me. Thank you very much for listening to the Chord Progression Podcast. My name is Kevin, and you guys know how I end every single voice. I was a big, healthy, and hearty. See ya!